Hi, amazing souls. This is Donna, and instead of Bliss Bomb tonight, we have a magical unicorn flow. And that is because it is the 1st of May, and this is the midpoint between the spring equinox that just passed and the summer solstice that's coming up in June. And so I am stepping into a magical month of May in preparation for my Midsummer Magic Retreat, which is being held over the solstice in Tuscany in June. And I wanted to share with you some of the high vibes, some of the magic that we are going to experience in June in Tuscany. So whether this entices you to come with or just gives you a little bit of magic to begin a new month and to spend May feeling like you're full of sparkle, glitter, and glow, that's what we want for the class tonight. You don't need much, your lovely self. If you've got a journal, that's always cool. If you've got a block or a cushion, this is always great to have these props as well. I'm wearing my magical unicorn yoga pants, and we are going to start in a seated position on our mats. So get yourself all comfy and cozy. If you don't want to be on your mat and you prefer to be on your sofa, that's also okay. We're actually going to begin with a magical meditation. So find yourself in a comfortable seat, and you can have your hands any which way feels good for you. Palms facing down for more grounding, palms facing up to the sky for more receiving of energy or exchanging of energy. Either way, have a beautiful straight spine. Feel the back of your neck lengthen and just have a little bit of lift to your heart. And once you've got your body in that comfortable position, you can begin to breathe easily in and out through your nostrils. Close or lower your eyelids just as you begin to turn inward. And before we begin to meditate, we're just going to focus on our breath, because maybe you forgot it today. And part of feeling magical is actually remembering that we have a breath and that we can breathe in time, in our own rhythm, to nourish and fill up our body with prana and life force. So allow your breath to slow down and begin to move your breath smoothly in and out through the nostrils. And you might notice as you exhale through the nose that you can just kind of have this sense of your body softening and surrendering, accepting your body in whichever way it turns up today. And as you inhale, you might feel your body, your heart, your belly, your chest expanding, taking up more space in the world with confidence, and exhaling, releasing. And just keep going like that, seeing if you can lengthen your breath a little more, slow it down a little more, and just really cultivate a deep appreciation for your breath. You can call this yogic breathing if you like. You can call it mindful breathing, but a beautiful, full, slow, luscious breath. And while it sounds almost too simple to think of our breath as magical, what I do know from experience is that when we slow down enough in different moments each day, just to notice that we are breathing and to feel this sense of gratitude to our breath, for our breath, that life does somehow feel more magical. Take a couple more breaths here. If you feel like there's anything that you want to release from your day or anything that came before this class, you can also take a few big exhales out through the mouth. Just let the breath go. Sigh the breath out. Take another one if you need it. Inhaling, letting the breath release through the mouth. And then coming back to this beautiful, slow, prana-filled inhale and exhale through the nostrils. All right, and you can just keep breathing like this, very naturally, slowly in and out through the nose while we drop into a magical meditation. So I want you to make sure that your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears and that you feel like you're in a very comfortable seat. So if you need to lean your back against something to also be more comfortable, you're so welcome to do that. You don't have to sit cross-legged in the middle of your yoga mat. All right, so when you're ready, close or lower your eyes. You can also just drop your gaze towards the tip of your nose if that feels more easy for you. And we're just going to continue with this nice, even breath in and out through the nose. And I want you to bring your awareness to the center of your brain, almost like you're diving to the inside of your skull, diving into your brain, into your imagination. And if it's hard to draw your gaze inwards or your attention inwards, you might imagine that you're resting your internal gaze or the inside of your mind on the space between your eyebrows. And this is your space or energy center of intuition and compassion. And today we are going to use our intuition. So sometimes it's helpful just to imagine that you're resting your attention on that third eye space. And as you're here, just breathing easily with a nice straight spine, I want you to allow your mind to rest on anything, anyone, any place, or any situation that has felt magical to you over your lifetime. And you don't need to really seek that out. I want you to like keep your mind soft, keep your eyeballs relaxed, and just let your mind wander to some of the places that have felt magical in your lifetime. And that might be something that was very recent, a sunrise or a sunset, something beautiful that you noticed in nature. It might be a moment where you laughed so hard with friends that you cried tears of joy and laughter. Those are always very magical moments. It might be something that happened when you were a childhood, a beautiful gift that you received, a bike that you'd wished for what felt like forever when you were 5 years old, or the horse ride that you'd craved to try. And just let your mind wander along your lifeline, along your timeline, and notice all the magical moments that you've already received in this one wild and precious life. And every time your mind rests upon one of these moments, or maybe it's a magical person as well, or a magical fur baby, I want you to visualize beautiful, sparkly, golden stars kind of hovering around that magical moment or experience or person. Almost like there's fireworks celebrating each of these moments and each of these people in your life. Keep your spine straight, keep your shoulders relaxed, keep breathing easily in and out through the nose. And just let all of these magical moments, all these sparkles, fireworks, stardust that surround all of the magic that you've already experienced in your lifetime, just let that be a reminder that there is so much magic in the world right now, in this very moment, and also in the future that you're going to experience. And so just enjoy reconnecting with the magic that has already been your life. Enjoy the fireworks that you've received, the sparkles and stardust that you've already enjoyed. And let that be a guide for your practice this evening. And let it also be a place and a space that you can come back to when maybe life doesn't always feel so magical. So take a few more easy breaths here, just enjoying all of the magic, all of the stardust, all of the fireworks that you have already received in this lifetime, knowing that there is so many more of those to come. Take a long, slow breath out through the nose or the mouth as you relax your body towards the earth. And you can keep your eyes open or closed for the next one, but you're going to sweep your hands, palm facing up, all the way up to the sky, almost like you're gathering up all those magical moments and people in your life. Keep breathing in through the nose. You're going to hold the breath at the top here, fingertips to the sky. Squeeze your pelvic floor, drop chin to chest, hold the breath for another moment. And then exhale, release the arms down, almost like you're glittering your fingertips down towards the floor. I'm going to take two more like that. So inhale, gather up your shimmer, shine, and stardust up into the sky. Breathe in, hold the breath, squeeze the pelvic floor. And this time it can be more like a firework as you let go, breathe out. Let it go. We're going to do one more like that. Inhale. Sweep everything up and open. Imagine that you're literally shooting rainbows or unicorns out through your fingertips as you hold your breath for another moment. And exhale, release. Beautiful. I hope that you're already feeling full of magic as we begin to move our bodies. If you're sitting on a cushion or you're sitting on a sofa, it might be nicer just to come down onto your mat and feel your sit bones and your buttocks on the floor. And if you want to change the crossing of your legs, if it's uncomfortable how you are, or just stretch them out in front of you, give them a little bit of a shake, and then recross your legs again. All right, we're going to do some hip circles. So make sure you can feel your sit bones underneath you. Grab onto the fronts of your knees with the palms of your hands. And you're going to inhale your heart forward to the right side, stretching open your throat, across to the left side, then round the back body, chin to chest as you circle round. And you can do these as slow and as big as you like. Inhaling, stretching everything through the front body, exhaling, stretching through the back body. And I want you to imagine that as you circle through with your spine, you're literally cultivating the energy of the earth, almost like spiraling it up through your spine, through your throat, through the back of your neck, through your skull, all the way up to the sky. So it's like you're gathering the energy of the earth and shooting it up towards the sun along the spinal column. And if there's a particular color that you love that you would like to imagine this energy being that color, you're so welcome to give color or sparkles or rainbows to the energy that you're creating with these circles. And we're going to shift in the other direction. So whenever you're ready, you'll breathe in to the left side, across to the right side, and then round the back body. So you're just changing the direction of the circles here. Notice if your head kind of gets stuck on top of your spine, and relax your head and your throat as you come forward and back as well. And just keep that internal visualization of the energy moving up deep from within the earth, all the way through your body, out the crown of your head, up to the sky. And it can be whatever color you like. Sometimes people like to imagine pink clouds, or literally a unicorn traveling across your spine up to the sky. Whatever works for you to help you feel more magical this evening. Take a couple more big circles like this. And you're going to slowly, slowly make the circle smaller. And eventually come to a nice straight spine. All right, well done. We're going to roll over onto our hands and knees and make a loose tabletop position, just as long as your fingers are spread wide. But instead of taking cat-cow, we're going to circle the hips. So I want you to imagine that you're literally have that line of beautiful color between your tailbone and the crown of your head, and you're literally circling around this beautiful color, your sparkly energy from earth to sky, however you want to imagine it. And these circles can be like fairly stable with your spine straight, or you can literally begin to undulate and roll your spine a little bit more. Again, it's just tune into how you're feeling and what your body and your spine need tonight. And if you haven't already done the other side, I want you to circle back in the other direction, synchronizing breath and movement. So this becomes yoga and mindful movement rather than just stretching and moving. Move your spine in any direction, move your body in any direction for another few breaths here. And just notice if you're going super fast, sometimes this means that your breath is fast, and you can always slow the breath down. Let your head relax as well. And then slowly come back to your tabletop. And here you're just going to make sure that your knees are hip width apart, that your hips are stacked over your knees, and we have a beautiful straight line between the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, with the fingertips spread wide, middle finger pointing forward. All right, from here, you're going to take your left foot back, leave the sole of the foot on the floor, or the ball of the foot on the floor. Make sure belly button is pulled to spine. You're going to take your right hand forward. So this is the opposite hand to the extended back leg. Just look down at the floor to begin with. Imagine the color of this kind of energy that's moving from the back toes to the front fingertips. Just imagine it shimmering, and you're going to keep your abdominals engaged and then lift up the back foot. So there's a long line between your extended front fingers and your extended back leg. And you're just strong here, strong with the base arm, strong with the abs. You don't need to do anything special here. You're just holding and breathing deeply in and out through the nostril and imagining this magical energy running through you. If you want to imagine a unicorn horn on your head, also very, very welcome. Take one more inhale, lift the arm and leg up a little bit. Exhale, you're going to come back, place everything back to earth in your tabletop position. Make sure you're nice and square with that. And just notice if your belly has dropped and your tailbone is lifted. Instead, round the tailbone, lift the belly. We'll do the same thing other side. So your right foot steps back, leave the ball of the foot on the floor to begin with. Keep your belly engaged. Take your left hand forward. Imagine the color of this energy moving through you. Keep the abs engaged. Keep your right arm and hand pressing down and lift the back leg off the floor. Press strongly out through the heel. Don't let your belly drop. If anything, you're pushing your shoulder blades up to the sky. Just relax the neck. Feel the energy pulsing through you. You're literally creating your own heat, your own magic here tonight. Breathe deeply. Just nice and strengthening for the back, for the legs, for the arms. Slow down the breath. Be mindful of the breath. And then as you take an inhale, you can lift that arm and leg. Exhale, place everything back down on the floor for tabletop. We're going to do 2 rounds of regular cat-cow. So when you're ready, inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart and your throat. You can even draw your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, round the tailbone first, press the shoulder blades up, drop the head. We'll do one more like that. Inhale, everything stretches through the front side of your body. As you exhale, round your back body, let your head drop. And then as you inhale, come back to a neutral spine. You're going to bring your hands forward in preparation for downward facing dog. I have what seems like a sleeping dog on my mat tonight. Make sure your fingers are spread wide, toes are tucked, and you're going to lift your hips high into downward facing dog. And you can keep your knees bent if you like. Maybe your arms and hands are a little wider than your shoulders if that gives you a bit more space. Relax the head completely. And we're going to actually move while we're here. So we're going to move that sparkling energy. As you inhale, you're going to bring shoulders over wrists, almost as though you're going into plank. Drop the knees towards the floor. Try not to touch. Exhale, press the hips back, downward facing dog. We're going to do 4 more just like this. So inhale, almost like you're in plank, knees hover towards the earth. Exhale, press back. You can do these in your own time. If my voice is too slow or fast, you're inhaling, coming forward, rounding and pressing back. Just a couple more of these. Bring the heart forward when you're ready. Exhale it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. All right, let the head hang. Just imagine your head is a big ripe passion fruit on the vine. You can give your head a little bit of shake. Flutter the lips. Bend your knees. You're going to look forward. And with an exhale, you're just going to tippy toe your feet all the way to the front of your mat. And when you get here, I want you to have a really big bend in your knees. Your feet are hip width apart. And I want you just to hang. And we're going to start to literally dance, shake, shimmer, because dancing is magical for our health, our joy, our brains, happiness. So you're literally just going to bounce your knees, or maybe just step on foot, shake your shoulders, shake your hands. This is your chance to shake out anything that you don't want to bring with you on the mat. Maybe breathe out through the mouth, just shaking. And you're going to gradually and slowly roll up. You can use an in-breath if you want to. You might stamp 1 foot at a time. You might jiggle everything around, shake your feet out, shake your hands out, shake your chest, shake your head, flutter the lips. If you want to jump up and down a little bit, move around. This is where the dog becomes excited. Whew. And then find yourself into Tadasana, mountain pose, and just pause for a moment. Knees can be soft. You might feel a little bit of kind of like shimmering around the body with that energy. but you also might feel this beautiful connection with your feet down into the earth. So know that throughout the class tonight, if the magic just becomes too disconnected, you can always keep your feet on the earth and feel more solid and connected, just like a magical mountain. All right, we are going to add on to this, and we are going to do a couple of kriyas, which are really great for moving energy. So I want you to you can turn to the long side of your mat or just take your feet wider than the short side of your mat and turn your feet out and have your knees a little bit bent. So we're going to do what is called the ha kriya, and you're going to weave your fingers together, but leave your first finger, your pointer finger, out. So I think this is called Shiva Mudra, if I remember correctly, or Kali Mudra. So you can cross your thumbs, cross left over right is more feminine, right over left is more masculine, but this first finger is pointing, and this is we're prepared for Ha Kriya. And we are literally going to take the energy of the sky, breathe out through the mouth, and chop it down to the earth. And you can do this static and stable, or you can like stamp. So depending on whether you've got neighbors or not is how loud. And we'll do this for about a minute. So when you're ready, anything that needs to go, let it out. You can double tap. You'll get hotter. Don't worry, just breathe it out with the mouth. You can go faster. You can walk around the room. Pressing out what you don't need. Dog is very engaged. A few more. Get stronger. Louder. Last few breaths. Breathe in, bring the hands up. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth, release. Okay, so there shouldn't be anything with you that you don't need anymore, but we are also going to do one more kriya, and we're going to stay with our feet wide, knees loosely bent. And this time is called, sometimes it's called ego crushing kriya. So you take the thumbs inside your palms and you wrap the other fingers over them. The thumb represents the ego here. So we just, this is where I wish I had a really well-trained dog, but instead I have a magical unicorn of a dog. All right, so your feet are relaxed. You're going to take your arms up in a cactus shape. So the backs of the arms are parallel to the floor. You can have your knees nice and soft. And this time the breath is only in and out through the nose, and the exhale is to the right side and the inhale is to the left side. So what this does is it exhales out the masculine sense of doing, and we're inhaling, because we're doing this at nighttime, more being, lunar feminine energy. If you're at the start of your day, you can switch it up and do it the other way. So we're going to twist through the spine. So our pelvis stays straight ahead of us. You're going to exhale to the right, inhale to the left. And you're going to do this with your arms up. We'll try about a minute here. So just get your rhythm. You can go fast or slow. And I want you to, again, imagine that Kundalini Shakti, that energy moving up the spine in whatever color feels good for you, with whatever sparkles, rainbows, and unicorn vibes you want. Okay, here we go. So keep going. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feet are stable on the floor. It's just your spine moving, hips are straight. Stay with it. We're going to have doing about another 30 seconds here. Try and look straight ahead, or close your eyes if you get dizzy. Keep your arms up. Feel your energy moving, feel your spine twisting. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to inhale to center, reach your hands to the sky. Hold your breath, hold your breath. Fingertips up, you're holding your breath, feet pressing down. exhale through the mouth, let everything soften, let the arms relax. And here, if your legs are not already further apart than your hips, just turn your toes out, let those knees be soft again, almost like you're in a goddess pose. And bring your palms to touch just in front of your heart, but you're going to take your hands away from each other. So it's almost like the palms of your hands are softening and you feel like you've got an imaginary ball of energy between your hands. And remember, soft knees here. Keep doing that while I just save my flip-flops from being eaten by the dog. She's a special kind of magic sometimes. All right. So with soft knees and this hands a little bit further apart, I want you to just relax your shoulders and come back to an easy breath in and out through the nose. And again, you just want to imagine any colors, any shimmer, any shine to this imaginary ball of energy between your hands. And if there's anything that you're cultivating in your life, anything that you're calling into your life, you might imagine that this beautiful ball of light contains all that you desire and need. And as you exhale, I want you to bend your knees more deeply and imagine that you're pressing your palms and the ball of energy down towards the earth. And as you inhale, turn the palms to the sky, begin to straighten the legs and bring this ball of energy up to your heart. And we're just going to continue like that, breathing out through the nose, pressing the ball of energy down towards the earth. Inhaling, bringing your hands up towards your heart center and the ball of energy with it. Keep going at your own pace. And again, just noticing if you are moving very quickly, try and slow all of that down. And just noticing if your hands actually begin to tingle with that sense of energy, that ball of light holding all your desire, everything you need within it. You can keep going with this movement up or down. If you want to bring some other movements, you can always bend one knee and almost like you're dragging the ball of energy to one side and in front of you across the body. Or sometimes you might imagine that you're bringing that ball of energy up overhead and then you literally pour it down, pull that energy over you with your hands. So any movements, this can be as organic as you would like. Just being very gentle and kind with this ball of energy, knowing that it holds all the energy of the earth, all the energy of the sun, the moon, the stars, as well as everything that you need and desire. So if there's a part of your body that needs a little bit of energy or healing, you might direct the ball of light there. Or maybe even just pause and hold it in front of your belly or your heart. But your movements are soft and gentle, almost like you're in a Tai Chi class, using your breath and movement in a synchronized way. We'll take just a few more breaths here, just slow and easy. No rush at all. Maybe just taking a moment to shower the energy down upon you with your hands. And then slowly coming back to center and just this up and down movement. So pressing the ball of light down, inhaling, bringing the energy up towards the heart and the face. And just come back to that simple movement for a few more rounds. No rush at all. And you'll very gradually come to rest with your knees still a little bit bent, but your palms facing each other in front of your heart again. Your palms soft, back into stillness, and just noticing again any sensations in your hands and your fingertips, any colors, any smells, any desires, any feelings that this energy has of love and support, this magical energy. And you might just say the words in your own language, in your own mind, thank you, thank you, thank you. With a slow breath out, you can press your feet into the ground, straighten your legs. Inhale, I want you to sweep your hands all the way up, becoming a big starfish, your fingertips to the sky, heart is open. And you're going to exhale, step to the front of your mat, Bring your hands to heart center in Samasthiti. So hopefully we've already got some of that magical unicorn energy flowing. And now we're going to infuse our asana with that. So stay magical throughout your practice. Be the unicorn that you were born to be. And if that means doing something other than what I suggest, all power to you. So when you're ready, exhale, let your arms rest alongside the body, and we'll take 3 easy, soft rounds of Surya Namaskar A. When you're ready for a big inhale, sweep your hands and heart all the way up to the sky. Maybe take a little back bend. Imagine you're shooting out rainbows from your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head relax completely in Uttanasana. Inhale, take a halfway lift here, flat back. And you're going to exhale, step back to plank 1 foot at a time and just drop down knees, chest, chin. Keep your elbows tight to the body. Relax your toes. Take an inhale for a cobra. And again, you might imagine that you're shooting rainbows out through your heart space. Exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. We're just going to do some little add-ons with our sun cells. So when you're ready for an inhale, take your right leg to the sky, bend your knee, and just take any movements that you would like to stretch out the right hip flexor. You can take circles with your hips, or you can take your top foot across to the left side a little bit more, just as long as you have strong hands, strong arms, and a relaxed head. Keep breathing deeply, stretch through your spine, push your floor away with your hands, relax the neck. Exhale, let that foot come down to the floor in downward facing dog. You're going to do the other side. So when you're ready for an inhale, left leg lifts up, bend the knee. Take hip circles if you want to, or just stretch the hip flexor. Anything that feels good, just be mindful with your movement. Try and connect it to your breath. Let your heart melt back. Let your head relax. Let your brain relax. Take another moment. And slowly exhale, bring the left foot down. As you inhale, push your hips back gently. As you exhale, look towards your hands, and you're gonna like literally tippy toe or dance your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Take an inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, feet press down. You can either sweep up or jiggle up. Fingertips to the sky as you wish, whatever makes you feel magical, and bring your hands to heart center. All right, we're going to do 2 more like those with different add-ons. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the hands up and open. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, maybe jump it back. You can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga all the way down to the floor. You can inhale for a cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, bring it back into downward facing dog. This time when you inhale, bring your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to bring your shoulders over wrists, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, bring it up again for 3-legged dog. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg goes high. As you exhale, shoulders over wrist, left knee, left tricep, hug it in, nice. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, press your hips back. Decide if you're jumping, jiggling, dancing your way to the front of your mat. Bend your knees, look forward. All silliness is received here gratefully. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax the head, shake your head, flutter your lips. Press your feet down. Inhale, sweep or jiggle up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one of these. When you're ready, inhale, sweep up and open. Keep your belly button to your spine. As you exhale, slowly take a swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, take it back to plank, lower to the earth. Take an inhale to shoot those rainbows and stardust out through the heart, the throat, out through your unicorn brain. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. All right, I want you to look at your hands, make sure that they're at least shoulder width apart, that your fingers are spread wide, your middle finger is pointing forward, and you're actively pressing your fingertips and the heel of your hand into the earth. I want you to bend your knees, let your head relax. We're going to take 5 little cannonballs. This can look like 1 millimeter off the ground or more, or even handstand if that's what feels playful and magical to you. You might need to walk your feet in a little bit closer towards your hands so that you can bend your knees. Remember, this is not about jumping into handstand. This is making a little bit of play. So off you go. 1, maybe legs go wide. 2, legs go out. 3, 4, 5, and feet come to the front of your mat. Nicely done. Inhale, halfway lift. If you're like, what the hell just happened? Don't worry. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, jiggle or sweep on up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. All right, more magic to come. Bring your hands on your hips. We're going to take it into warrior 3 to begin with. So you're going to need to bring your right foot, leave it on the floor. Spread your toes, hug your flesh towards your bones of your right leg, and then just inhale, bring your left leg up. All right, arms in any direction to help you balance. Spine is straight. When you're ready for an exhale, tip your heart forward, shoot the left foot back. You are in warrior 3, arms in any direction. Remember that beautiful line of energy along the spine. You want to feel that strength. You can have your arms out to the side if that's more helpful for balance. Hug the right hip flexor in, the right hip in. All right, we are going to go to the back of our mat in a Karate Kid style Skandasana. So you're going to bend the bottom knee. You're going to land the left foot, that's your back foot, all the way back. Bend it. Right leg is straight. I think we're together. All right. So you can imagine your Karate Kid or any other kind of magical being as you bend the right knee, that's your front knee, and come towards the front of your mat. We're going to do this a few times. All the way to the back of your mat. You can leave your hands on the floor, of course, if you want to. All the way to the front of the mat again. You might feel Spider-Girl-ish, Spider-Man-ish. All the way to the back of your mat. And this time, as you crawl forward to the front of your mat, you're going to turn it forward and land in a low lunge, but with your back knee off the floor. So the front knee is bent over the ankle. You can leave your left hand down on a block or the floor. Make sure that the left hand is right underneath your shoulder. And when you're ready for an inhale, you're going to twist to the right side. Bring the right fingertips up to the sky, lengthen through your spine, crown of the head is forward. You're going to start to keep rolling more towards the right long side of your mat to the point where you roll to the outer edge of your back foot. Bring your front leg, that's your right leg, in front of your hips. Lift up, but then exhale, sink it down and reach your right hand towards your back foot. You can be all the way down on the floor, or you can be hovering, whatever feels good for you. But it's a nice stretch on the left side of your body. So lots of options here. Keep breathing deeply. Magical how our bodies can stretch into shapes that we didn't even know existed sometimes. When you're ready for an exhale, you're going to push down through your bottom hand, come all the way back and forward, and then inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. So you're in 3-legged dog. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart at least. Relax your head, bend the top knee, take this right foot all the way over to the other side. You can stay here if you want to. If you want to flip your dog into wild thing, because that's just crazy magical shit, you can bring this right foot all the way behind you and either sit down in a Cleopatra style move or lift your hips all the way up to the sky and open your heart in wild thing. All these shapes are wild and crazy. So just embrace whatever feels good for you. Lift your hips high, relax your head, breathe deeply. Take another breath, expand through the front body. And as you exhale, you're going to flip it back over. Right leg high, 3-legged dog. Nice work. I think you're still with me. As you exhale, bring your shoulders over wrists. You're going to bring this right knee across to the left tricep, so opposite. And you're going to slide this right foot all the way over to the left side so you're on the outer edge of your right foot. We're prepping for rock star, because what would a magical unicorn flow be without rock star? Weight is in your right hand. Open up to the left side. This time, keep your hips high if you can. Push down through this right hand. Drag the earth energy up to your top fingertips towards the sky. Keep breathing deeply. You can even look up at your hand if you want to. Take another breath just because we can, and that in itself is wild and magical. And as you exhale, bring both hands to the floor, turn your belly down, slide everything down to earth. So your legs are in an L shape here. Nicely done. You are going to turn your belly to the front of your mat, to the short end of your mat, and rest on your hands. Now that already might feel like a lot and a big stretch, so you can stay exactly where you are. If you feel you want to come lower to the earth or you need more stretch, you can put your forearms on a block or bring your forearms all the way down to the floor. And then I want you to calm your breath, because that's magical that we have control of our breath. And this helps us actually control which part of our nervous system is engaged. So whether we're in fight or flight mode or rest and digest mode. And the more we slow down our breath and focus on our breath, the calmer we become, which is just total magic. That's the magic of yoga right there. So take some easy, long breaths, relaxing your shoulders, just letting your chest be soft. Maybe even breathe out through the mouth a few times if that feels good for you. Relax your face, relax your eyeballs. Take another slow breath out through the nose or the mouth. Just if you're down on your forearms to some degree, I want you to press back up onto your hands. We're going to transition here. So the right leg, which is the one that's closest to the front of your mat, you're going to bend this knee and bring the foot in towards the body. But then you're going to take your left hand behind you, pick up the left leg and bring it all the way over and across and on top, and then sit both hips down again. So if when you do this, both hips won't go, both sit bones won't go on the floor, I want you to straighten the bottom leg. This is also a great option for Ardha Matsyendrasana. All right, it doesn't matter which one you've got. I want you to make sure that those sit bones and your buttocks are really firmly down on the floor. And to do that, you can take your thumbs, place them in your hip creases, and just make sure everything is attached to the earth. And when you do that, then take an inhale, lengthen your spine. You can draw your belly button in. We're going to twist towards the left side, so towards this top knee. You can either hook it with your right elbow, taking the other hand behind you, and that might be enough. Make sure your spine stays straight here, your face is relaxed, or you might be able to take the back of your right arm all the way to the outside of the top leg. It doesn't matter which, it's whatever makes you feel most amazing. And you should be able to have space so that your shoulders are relaxing down and not hiked up towards your ears. Breathe deeply. The miracle of being able to place our body in this shape and still breathe and still be alive. Keep your sit bones and your hips and your lower body sinking down towards the earth. Keep your spine twisting with that beautiful line of energy flowing up and down. For a couple more breaths here. Nice. And you're going to exhale and just release the twist and come back to center. Now, it doesn't matter if your bottom leg is bent or straight for this one. We're going to actually take the top leg, the left leg in our hands, and you're going to take the left foot with the right hand, the left knee with the left hand, and you're going to bring this shin, you're aiming towards it being up in front of you, parallel to the floor. It may or may not be. It might be lower down. It might be further away from your body, but I want you to just hold the shin and try and lift your heart and have a straight spine. Sometimes it helps if you draw your lower belly in to do that. You've got a couple of other options here to open the hip. You can take the insides of your elbows underneath your calf muscle. I like to call this the forklift one, and keep your spine straight as well. So we're opening the hip here. If you are in any doubt, because the magic is to release all of our samskaras, all of our negative thoughts and belief patterns from our hips. This is what we think in yoga. Or you can take the inside of your elbows and the sole of your foot and your outer knee and weave your fingers together. Again, keeping your spine straight and your heart open. Lower the eyelids, relax the eyeballs, breathe in and out through your nose, and just feel the miracle and magic of having a hip that you could even attempt to do this pose with. Amazing. Nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. Take another one. Big breath in through the nose when you're ready. Big breath out through the mouth, and you are going to release that left shin, and you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out to the side in butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. What would a magical yoga flow be without butterfly? So grab onto your shins or onto your ankles and lift your spine so it's nice and straight. Your knees are descending towards the floor. You don't need to worry about bowing forward over your feet, but if you want to, you can. That's completely up to you. Think about more as stretching your inner thighs. And if you want to, take your thumbs into the arches of your feet, because that feels like magic. And that is something that we should do every single day. Keep breathing deeply while you're here, and just give your feet some love. Keep letting those knees drop down towards the floor, and try and keep your spine straight while you're here as well. All right, we've got one more to add on. So I want you to see if you can grab your toes with the first 2 fingers of each hand. You're going to leave your left foot down, but you're going to see if you can stretch your right foot out. It might not go all the way straight. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Nice. Just give it a go. Beautiful. Right foot comes down. Left foot opens up. Left leg tries to straighten as much as it can. Again, don't worry if it doesn't go all the way straight. Great. Bring that left foot down. You might see where we're going. You're going to bring both feet up. They might just hover off the floor. You might take one leg out at a time. You might take both legs out at a time. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. See if you can just balance. Don't worry if you fall over. That's half the fun of it. We are not practicing a perfect. We are practicing a practice called yoga. Woo! A little bit of off balance here, and you're going to cross your legs over. You can either come back to downward facing dog or flow through first. I'm going to the back of my mat. You can go to the front of your mat. It's just so I can see you, and we will all meet together in downward facing dog. So take your time with it. Find your downward facing dog. Press your hips back. Give your head a shake. Flutter the lips. Sway the hips. Nice. You're going to bend your knees, look forward, and you're just going to like do some crazy stuff with your legs as you hop, step, jump, float all the way to the top of your mat, and then either sweep up or jiggle up, bringing your hands to the sky. Exhaling, bring your hands into heart center, Samastiti. Let's try and remember the same thing on the other side. Bring your hands on your hips. We've got Warrior 3 coming up. Spread the toes of your left foot. Press all of your left foot down. And then imagine you're sucking earth energy, strength energy up the left leg, hugging your muscles to your bone. You're going to drag the right knee into the chest. Lift your heart. Just focus breath, focus gaze here for a moment. Just have fun with it. So don't worry about perfecting Warrior 3. If you fall over, you fall over. It's no big deal. On an exhale, sweep the right foot back. Heart drops parallel with the earth, as does your spine. Hands in any direction, airplane arms, but just press strongly out through that right foot. Hug the left hip in. Keep breathing deeply. You might imagine that beautiful, sparkly, colorful energy radiating up your spine, giving you strength. And if you remember, we're going for Skandasana to the back of the mat. So you're going to bend the front leg deeply, reach the back foot, bend the back leg, front leg straightens. Here we go. So think of yourself as Spider Girl, Spider-Man. You're going to come to the front of your mat, so left leg bends. Or you might have your arms out and use sound effects for Karate Kid style. Hi, as you go to the back of the mat. All the way to the front of the mat again. Keep your butt low if you can. Or Spider Girl it out to the back of your mat. Nice. This time you're going to spin to the front of your mat, left foot forward, low lunge. Try and keep your back knee off the floor if you can. Front knee is over the ankle. It's your right hand that's down inside your front foot. Fingers are spread wide. You can always put your hand on a block. And you're going to inhale, spin to your left side. To spin to the same side as the front leg. Just look down. Make sure that your shoulder is right on top of your wrist. If it's not, adjust. Lengthen through your spine. Press the crown of your head forward. Nice. Keep breathing. We're going to slowly keep rolling to that left long side of the mat. Turn to the outer edge of your back foot. You're going to walk the front foot across in line with your hips. And then either stay up, lifting the hips, or you can just whoop, sink all the way down, reaching that left hand towards the back of your mat. You're stretching through the right side body, so do whatever feels good for you. Any version of this is amazing, as long as you feel the magic of your practice tonight. Keep breathing deeply, keep stretching through that. Sorry, it's the right side of your body. You're stretching. Nice deep breaths. We're going to flip it over. So with a big exhale, hands come either side back to the front of the mat, and then inhale the left leg up to the sky. So you're in three-legged dog, head is relaxed, it's your left leg up. You're going to bend the left knee, take the foot over to the right side. You can stay upright like this in your downward facing dog, and your three-legged dog, and just stretch the hip flexor. If you want to flip it over to Wild Thing, keep that left foot going all the way over behind you until it eventually hits the earth. You can come all the way down, Cleopatra style. Imagine you're feeding yourself grapes, or somebody else's actually. Why would you feed yourself when somebody else can do that? Or sweep it up, press up through the heart, open through the front body, relax the head, keep breathing deeply. Again, you find the magic in your practice tonight. Breathe. Let yourself feel strong, spacious, expansive. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And you take another exhale, flip it back to three-legged dog. Left leg is up to the sky again. All right, here we go for rock star. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Left knee comes across the body to the opposite tricep. You're going to straighten this left leg out all the way to the right. So you're on the outer edge of your left foot, and the weight is going to pour into your left hand. When you're ready, open up to the right side, right hand to the sky. Keep the hips lifted if you can. Breathe deeply. Use your bottom hand like a suction cup on the earth. Feel the crown of your head reach forward. Nice deep breaths. You've totally got this. The only place we're going from here is down, down, down. So right hand comes to the floor, belly spins down. Keep that L shape with your legs. Bend the elbows. Whew, lower down. Nice work. There's a sense that you want to open up to the right side, but you actually want to keep turning the belly and the heart towards the front of your mat. And you can just rest on your hands. That might be plenty. You're like, oh yeah, this is magic right here. Stay with it, baby. Or use that block underneath your forearms, or bring the forearms all the way down to the earth. What we're stretching here is the iliotibial bands, this long line of fascia all along the outside of our left leg. We did it on the other side, so only fair. Yogis go both ways and all that. Just slow the breath down, let the face relax, let your brain cool down. Breathe easily in and out through the nose. This is one of those sneaky poses where you're like, I'm just lying around on the floor, but the magic is happening on the inside. Breathe deeply. Let your shoulders relax and soften. Let the space between your shoulder blades soften. And take 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Let all the breath go through the nose or the mouth. If you are on your forearms, slowly press your hands to the earth or to the block to come up a little bit. And if you remember, we're going to bend the top leg. So this is our left leg. Just bend the knee and pull the foot in towards the body. Then reach behind you for the extended back leg underneath the knee, and you're just going to bring this up and over all the way. So your right knee is pointing to the sky. And just notice whether you can get this right buttock completely on the floor. If this is hiked up, this is where you want to straighten your bottom leg to let it sink down. So again, you do what feels magical for your body, but you want to have both buttocks on the floor. And to help ourselves, just like we did last time, take your thumbs, press them into your hip creases so that you've got this deep connection with the earth. And then inhale, lift your heart and your spine. And we're going to twist to the right side. So we're going to twist towards the top leg. The opposite arm will grab it all the way around. right hand behind you. And try not to round your back. So you don't want to be like sinking on down. We want you to like lift your heart as a butterfly, as a flittering out of your heart space towards the sky. And twist deeply. Deeply enough that it feels good for you. Feels like you're rinsing something out. You feel like they have that beautiful long line of energy, whatever color you decided it is. And if you want to go deeper, you can bring the outside of your top arm to the outside of your top knee. Draw the belly button into spine. That's going to help you twist a little bit, but keep the shoulders relaxed and the chest wide. And just tune back into that heart space, remembering what your deepest desires and needs are. And just know that as all these other magical moments have happened in your life, that you have so many more magical moments, experiences, and people to look forward to as well. Take another breath. And with your next exhale, you're going to very slowly unwind the twist. But you're going to bring your right shin up towards your face. So it's very natural. You've got your right hand on your right knee, your left hand on the foot, and you're going to drag the left shin so it's up in front of you. So left lower leg, right lower leg, sorry. Nice. All right. We're working towards this being parallel to the floor, and we're working towards it being parallel to our body. It might not happen tonight. That's okay. Keep the top ankle flexed and just decide if this feels okay to continue holding it like this, or you want to use this forklift movement where you take the forearms underneath, the inside of your elbow underneath the calf. And again, your straight spine, lifting your heart, shoulders are low. Nice. This side might be a completely different, miraculous experience than the other side. Just know that that's normal. And then if you want to take the inside of your elbows to the sole of your foot and the top of your knee, that's also another option as well. So again, just find the magic in this posture. Nice deep breaths. Relax the shoulders down. Take a few more moments here. And if you feel the right hip, anything around the right buttock kind of like clenching in or tightening, I want you to just like, soften and release. You're almost there. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. And with the exhale, you're just going to release. So the soles of the feet come together again. But this time, instead of having the heels close to the body, your knees are out to the side. So we're back in butterfly pose. I want you to just scooch your buttocks back so that you have more of a diamond shape. And it's usually slightly easier to hold like that. You're just going to grab onto your shins, inhale, lift your heart so your spine is straight, and then you're going to fan your elbows out to the side. So you can take a forward fold this time. It might not be very big. That's okay. You might feel like you're more upright. That's also okay. And you're not trying to get your face on your feet here. You're trying to stretch from your lower belly through your spine and out through the top of your head. So you might imagine that long line of energy, whatever color you chose. You can change colors throughout, by the way. That is the magic of being a unicorn tonight. And just take a couple of breaths. Very, very nice. Just let your eyes relax also. Long, slow breath out through the nose and the mouth. And you're literally just going to stretch your feet out in front of you so that your legs are roughly straight. Just roll your feet side to side. You can come up straight a little more now. You can take your hands in fists and just give a massage with the small finger side of your fist all the way down the outsides of your legs, all the way up the inside of your legs. Imagine that your fists are magical acupuncture pressure points all the way down the outside, all the way up the inside. And then take the thumb side of your fist and just slowly on your very low back. So almost just above your buttocks. It's almost like you're giving yourself a little massage there. Beautiful. Amazing. Take your hands underneath your knees, lift your knees up, cross your legs over. You're going to either be through a flow to downward facing dog or straight back into downward facing dog. So hands come to the front of your mat. You can either step back to plank and then flow through, or just meet me in downward facing dog. All right, back you go. Take an inhale, press your hips back. As you exhale, roll the breath out through your mouth, a lion's breath, so your tongue comes out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, press your hips back. Roll the breath out. Last one, inhale. Roll the breath out. And when you're ready for an inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky so heel reaches up. And as you exhale, you're going to step the foot through between your hands. Front knee is over your ankle. Look down at your feet to make sure your feet are hip width apart rather than stepped right in front of each other. Imagine that you're gathering the energy between your legs, like you're going to literally squeeze this ball of light that we had earlier between your thighs. And I want you to inhale, sweep your hands not up, but forward. So you're on a 45-degree angle, and you're going to imagine that you're shooting rainbows or stars or beautiful colors or sparkles out through your fingertips into the world. Nice. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready for another inhale, you're going to come up with your hands. You're in high lunge. Relax your shoulders down. Beautiful. Stay with it. Steady legs. And slowly, slowly drop the knee towards the floor with control. Whoop, pad your knee if you need to. And then inhale, take a bigger sweep with the heart open so you're in Anjaneyasana here. You can have your back toes tucked or released, but just open the heart. If you want to bend your elbows for a moment or two and take these cactus arms so it's more of a heart opener. Same shape that we did with our Kriya, our ego crushing Kriya earlier today. Draw your shoulder blades together. Nice. We're going to take a twist. So with an exhale, bring your hands to heart center, palms touch. You're going to inhale, feel your spine lengthen first. We're going to take this twist all the way across the body. So twisting right side, you're going to bring your left elbow to the center of your thigh or all the way across to the outer of your thigh. Press your palms together so that you can feel the twist on your spine. Bring the crown of your head forward, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up if you can. Hug your right hip in. This may feel less than magical in terms of the strength and the flexibility that's required for this pose. So just feel the magic that your body is actually alive today and can do anything. If your back knee is not off the floor, I want you to take it off the floor just for a moment. We're going to turn this into reverse warrior. So what has to happen is your back foot goes down, you release your hands, you inhale, sweep the right hand up, left hand down, your front knee stays bent, relax the shoulders, and you're pressing through the outer edge of your back foot. Here we are. Keep breathing deeply. Make sure your front knee is forward, not in or out. Melt your shoulders down. And then slowly, we're going to turn this into Trikonasana so you can take your back hand on your back hip, literally have that pushing gently forward. Exhale, press your front foot down especially. And as you inhale, you're going to straighten the front leg, reach the top hand high. With another exhale, reach the front hand all the way forward. Don't let your chest turn down. Keep your chest opening to the sky. Let that hand drop wherever it drops naturally, even if that means on a block. And you can use this back hand to roll the top hip open, lengthen through both sides of the waist, and either stay here or reach that back hand up to the sky as well. Breathe deeply. Press your feet into the earth, and then I want you to imagine that you are in this pose, literally expanding out through every edge of your body, taking up all the space that you need to take in the world. So this is not a pose for small. This is not a pose to be made small. Nobody puts baby in a corner. You are opening up and taking your space, and you're breathing deeply in and out through your nose while you're here. Nice. You're going to take your top hand, top hip, look down at your front foot. We're going to half moon, because what is a magical practice without a moon pose? Bend through the front knee. Take your right hand, this is your front hand, to the block or to the floor. Drag your back foot up. Press strongly out through the back heel. You can hug your right hip in and just stay looking down at the floor. That's fine. This can be a magical experience as it is. If you want to play around with your balance and have a little bit of fun, you can open your heart more to the left, open your top hand to the sky, maybe even take your bottom hand off the floor, not worrying if you fall over, because who cares if you do, huh? Like, No big deal. Back foot touches down. We come back into the pose. It's all good. So just play around with your half moon. You might bend the back foot and either reach for the back foot with the top hand, or maybe even reach for the back foot with the bottom hand and see what happens. Maybe you fall over it. It's all good. All right, when you've had enough of playing around and being silly, both hands to the floor or to the blocks. And I want you to leave your hands at the front of your mat. So actually, if your hands are on blocks, I want you to bend your front knee so that your hands can come all the way flat down. So you might need to bend the bottom leg a lot. And I want you to top this bottom foot, this is your right foot, halfway back. All right, you might be able to see where we're going. We're going to do 5 little handstand hops. Your legs can be in any direction. You can be 1 millimeter off the floor. You can be all the way up in handstand. Nobody cares. We're just having fun. To do that, you're going to stick your right thigh to your belly. Your left leg is going to be your pendulum. And here we go. 5, 1, maybe out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to drop it back into plank. Whew. Knees, chest, chin, all the way down to your belly. Inhale for cobra up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And in fact, you're going to take a big inhale, press your hips back. And just for a moment, you're going to exhale, take your knees wide down to the mat, release your toes, and come back into child's pose. And just let yourself take a moment of rest, because sometimes rest is wild and magical as well. So rest your forehead on the floor or block. Take your hands in front of you or behind you towards your feet. It doesn't matter which, is what feels better for you. Let your shoulders melt down. I'm going to take 5 long, easy breaths. And just resting in child's pose is a reminder that rest is one of the most magical things we can literally do with our lives. So good sleep, good rest is a total game changer, not only for how our bodies repair themselves each night, but how our mental health is experienced each day. So never think that you're wasting time resting in child's pose or in Shavasana. Take a long, slow breath out. If your arms are not already in front of you, bring them out in front of you. You're going to inhale, lift your gaze. Come forward, tuck your toes, press it back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale, hips go back. Exhale, relax the head. When you're ready for an inhale, your left leg comes high to the sky. As you exhale, step the left foot through between your hands. Same thing that we did on the other side. So I want you to make sure your feet are hip width apart and your front knee is over your front ankle. This is going to help with your balance here. Imagine you're squeezing that ball of energy between your legs. Your belly button is off your spine, so your abs are engaged. And instead of going into high lunge, we're going to shoot those fingertips out in front of us. So when you're ready for an inhale, there they go, out in front of you. Whoop, left hip is hugging in. And just imagine rainbows, unicorns, sparkles, glitter, whatever is putting out, whatever you want to put out into the world tonight, just imagine that's coming out through your fingertips. You're just sharing your magic and your light with the world. Take another couple of breaths here. It's a strong pose. Breathe out when you're ready. Take an inhale, bring it into high lunge. So our fingertips are up to the sky now. Just pause. Your left hip is forward, your left hip is back, right hip is forward. Your shoulders are melted. Nice. Lift your heart a little bit. If you want to bend your elbows, get more of the heart open, or draw your shoulders together for a moment or two, you can. Nice. And you're going to slowly, 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 and mindfully with control, drop this right knee down to the earth. Pad your knee if you need to. Back toes can be tucked or not. Take another breath in. If you want to lift your hands, you can. For Anjaneyasana, it's a little bit more lifting of the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center in Namaste. All right, we're going to take this reverse prayer twist. So inhale, long spine first. We're twisting to the left side this time. So the right elbow comes to the center of the thigh or all the way across the body. You can actually help yourself into the twist. Place the hands together firmly. Feel your spine twist with that beautiful ray of light and sparkles moving up your spine. You can always keep the back knee down, or you can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the floor, really reach your heart forward. Continue to breathe smoothly. Back leg is strong, whether it's up or down. Nice work. There's a lot going on in this pose. So again, if it feels less than magical, just feel miraculous that you're even giving this a go. Most people are lying on their sofa with Netflix. This is magical just being on the mat. All right, if your back knee is down, bring it off the floor. We're going to transition this to reverse warrior. So back foot fully down, unwind. Up you go, right hand down, left hand up. Make sure this front knee stays deeply bent. You're expanding through the left side rib cage, shoulders are melted. Breathe deeply. Don't wear your shoulders as earrings. There's nothing magical about that. Beautiful work. Just a few more breaths here. We could slowly begin to prepare for our Trikonasana pose. It's no rush. You're just going to take your back hand on your back hip. Just press gently forward. Exhale, press your feet down, especially the front foot. And then inhale, straighten this front leg. Nice. You're going to reach your top fingers high first, so you're lengthening through this left side waist. Then with your front big toe pressing down, you're reaching the front hand forward as far as you can go and just letting it drop naturally, shin, floor, block. You can take the top hand, roll the hip open. So you're always trying to roll your chest open to the right side, lengthen through both sides of the waist. Keep your feet pressing down and then take this right hand to the sky if that feels okay on your shoulder. And you are just taking space. Taking space, babe. There is no need for you to be small in this pose. You are literally trying to press all the edges of your body out into the world and announce yourself as the magical unicorn that you are. Have you ever seen a unicorn trying to be small or dull or boring? Absolutely not. So just use Trikonasana as your metaphor for taking up space. Keep breathing while you're here. In and out through the nose. You've got this. Crown of the head pressing forward. We are going to head into half moon. Back to the sky. So top hand, top hip. Look down at your front foot. The weight is going to be in your front foot. You're going to bend the knee first. Drag your hand to the floor or to the block. Don't worry about a perfect pop-up. You're just going to drag that back foot in. If it takes you a couple of goes, it takes you a couple of goes. It's all good. You can press strongly out through the back heel for more balance and hug your left hip in for more balance. And then just play around, maybe bend the top knee, maybe open the hand to the sky. If you want to take your top foot in your top hand, you can. Trikonasana, sometimes it's fun to try and take the top foot in your bottom hand. Play around. If you have to take both hands down for a moment, it's okay. But just let yourself be silly. Let yourself fall if you need to. There is nothing you have to perfect about this pose. And then when you've had enough of that, bring both hands down to the floor. And I want you to bend the bottom knee so you can get your hands flat on the floor. And then hop this front foot, your left foot, halfway back. All right. Fingertips are spread wide. Right foot is still off the floor, sorry. Bend the bottom knee so that you stick your thigh to your belly. Keep your arms straight. 5 handstand hops. Your right leg is your pulley. You can always switch legs if you want to. Ready? 1, 2, switch it up if you want to. 3, 4, take the legs wide, maybe 6, 7, 5. And this time, take it back to plank. Take your knees down. Come into child's pose and rest. That was amazing. You did so well. You're so freaking magical. Just take a few breaths in child's pose. We are going to do something else that's magical, and that is called cooling down. So let your heartbeat begin to slow down. Let your breath become a little deeper and smoother. Let your hips and your lower back relax towards your heels.
If you have not found enough silliness and lightness in your practice so far tonight, you still have a few more minutes left to do that. We still got almost 15 minutes left. So you can always bring that into the remainder of your practice. When you're ready, you're just going to roll over onto one hip. Take your legs out wide in front of you. We are going to do an Upavishta forward fold. So if you prefer to sit on a block or a cushion or a towel, you are so welcome to do that. We are going to take this as a more restorative pose, considering we've had a lot of yang in our class tonight. So if you have cushions or maybe you have a bolster or some blocks, books also work. You're going to bring these out in front of you, and you can always make yourself a little stack, a little party. So normally in Upavishta, we're like pressing the backs of our knees down, flexing our ankles. We're just going to relax the legs. You can even like sway your feet back side to side. And if having your hands in front of you is already hard, I want to encourage you just to actually take your hands behind you and just lean back. Let your head relax back, almost like you're sunbathing in beautiful weather. If you want to turn more inwards, you can stay like this. If you're like, this feels good, stay like this. If you want to turn more inwards, you can start to bring the belly and the heart forward. And if it doesn't come very far forward, this is what your little block party is for. You can stack these, rest your head. Let your hands just rest on the earth. You may or may not need lots of blocks. That's okay. But rather than let your head hang, see if you can find something in your surroundings just to rest your head on. So it can just be a couple of books as well. And then keep the feet relaxed. This time you can round your back body a little bit. And just arrive back at your breath and let your breath smooth out. Don't worry about pushing yourself into the pose. You're literally relaxing and draping into this posture. We want you to reclaim that sense of magical calm, to slow down your breath, let your shoulders melt, let your legs be heavy and melt, and let your brain just relax inside your skull. Five more breaths here, and there is absolutely no rush to your breath. You might bring your internal awareness back to that beautiful pipeline of energy running up and down your spine, thinking of all the beautiful colors that you imagined. You might let your brain soften and just touch again on those magical moments you've already experienced in life. And slowly pressing the hands down into the earth, you're going to come back in whatever way works for you for a nice straight spine. Take any props to one side, and you're just going to bring your hands underneath your knees and come into whatever is a comfortable seat for you. So again, I love to sit on a cushion. If you want to go sit on your sofa, it's all good. We're going to do a little bit of breathing just to ease us into a more magical state. So I want you to slowly come to that comfortable seat with a nice straight spine. You just rest your palms facing down on your legs for a moment or two. Just notice the difference, how your energy is shifted into this calming state. And you're going to turn your left palm to face the sky and bring your thumb and first finger together in Jnana Mudra. The other fingers are extended, and you're going to bring your right hand up to the face. But we're not going to do Nadi Shodhana. We're going to do what I call Luna breath. So really kind of shifting us into this magical state of being in the present moment. So relax your shoulders as the first two fingers rest between your eyebrows. And we're only going to breathe in through the left side, and we're only going to breathe out through the right side. And we're going to use the thumb and one of the other fingers to help us with that. So when you're ready, breathe all the breath out through both nostrils. And you're going to close the right side with your thumb and inhale through the left side, roughly a count of 4. You're going to close the left side and exhale right side. We're just going to keep doing the same thing. So close the right side, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. So it's not moving the breath
back and forth. It's the same direction. When you're ready, inhale left side only. When you're ready, exhale right side only. Keep going. Inhale left side whenever you're ready. Exhale right side. Just continue it in your own pace. Inhaling left side whenever you arrive for the breath in. Maybe it's a count of 4 or 5 or even 6, exhaling right side. And just stay with it for a few more rounds. Feeling yourself shift out of everything that you have to do and just enjoying being in a state of presence, a state of being. Only breathing in through the left side and only breathing out through the right side. And I want you to take 2 more full rounds with no rush. You can slow your breath down even. And whenever you next breathe out through the right side nostril, you can relax both hands back into your lap and just let your shoulders relax for a moment. Just feel the breath moving in and out through your nose. Just let your mind naturally rest on any magical moment, person, or experience that came to your mind today. Feel all those sparkles, those fireworks, all the glitter that goes with those magical moments. Feel the beautiful column of energy moving up and down your spine, the miracle of life, our breath, our body, our mind. And as you allow yourself to feel the joy, happiness, and gratitude that comes with just spending a bit of time thinking about the magic, you can slowly unwind your legs and come to lie down in Shavasana. And we are going to finish in Shavasana tonight, so you don't need to get up again. So if there's anything that you need to bring with you to lie down, you want to cover yourself with a blanket or an eye pillow, or you just want to go and lie on your sofa so that you can stay resting in Shavasana after our class is finished, do that so that you can find yourself in a supremely comfortable position. You can let your palms face the sky, maybe chuck your shoulder blades underneath slightly, and just let yourself be held by the earth. And so we're going to take a little bit of a guided Shavasana and a very good rest. And one of the things that I love about just lying on the earth like this is just to notice how it feels to be supported. So notice this sort of heaviness and the solidity of the earth underneath you and how you feel so safe and secure just lying here. Like nothing can happen to you. You're not going to fall through. Like you are just being held by Mother Earth. It's a reason that it's Mother Earth. And then I like to imagine yourself as a conduit between the earth and the sky. And so then there's this sense of all of the front body not only opening to the sky, but receiving the energy of the sky, being protected by the sky, being watched over by the stars and the moon and the sun. And your body is like in this perfect balance between earth and sky, almost like you're literally bringing these two parts of the planet together to the point where you're no longer separate, but completely absorbed by and part of nature and our natural world. Let your breath be easy and free. You don't need to concentrate on it anymore. You're just letting your breath move gently in and out through the nostrils. Allowing yourself to experience deep relaxation, letting all parts of your body soften, letting your mind and your brain relax and soften. almost like you're surrendering to this very moment over and over again. Sound in the knowledge that there's nowhere else that you're supposed to be right now. There's nothing you're supposed to do. If there was, you would be doing that. You're not. You're right here, resting deeply in Shavasana. And I want you to just take these last few moments to visualize in your mind beautiful protective golden shield wrapping around you. So almost as though you were inside a golden egg. It's transparent though. And this shield of protective energy is about 1 meter away from you, all around the front of your body, underneath you, behind you. And it's there to support you in any way that you need. And so I've said it's a golden shield, but if there are any other colors that come to mind, or it has a particular shimmering texture, or there's something magical about it that you feel, just let all of that arrive in your imagination, but also have a sense of it in your energy as well. And all you need to do is pour into this space everything that you need and desire to help you experience and feel like you have a magical life. So this is not about reality and whether your mind can think whether these things are possible or not. It's really just allowing your subconscious, the pure essence of who you are, to pour into this beautiful golden space everything that you require. And the easiest way to do that is not to challenge any thoughts or emotions or ideas that come up. It's just let them pour out of you into this space so that you're not only protected by this beautiful shield, golden or otherwise, but you're also filling this space with everything you require to live a magical life and have a magical unicorn style experience earthside. And you might feel yourself drop back and surrender a little more in this space, feeling yourself protected, feeling yourself safe, feeling yourself supported in every way that you require. And if you want to place one hand on your heart or one hand on your belly, just to tune in with your own prana and life force, feel your own breath nourishing you over and over again. Just let that connection happen. And let this deep sense of gratitude, and maybe even the words spoken out loud or silently in whatever language feels most natural to you, just these words: thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you that I have the possibility to live this one wild and precious life in this incredible moment in time with all these magical people around me. Thank you for the practice of yoga that keeps my heart beating, keeps me abundantly well and healthy. Thank you that we have the possibility to be in community today and feel like magical beings. There is nothing for you to do. If you're watching this on the recording, you can press pause and take a longer Shavasana. All I'm going to do is close our practice tonight with an Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, sound of the universe, peace, peace, peace. And you are so welcome to join, or you could just lay there and let the vibration wash over you. If you want to bring both hands across your heart, you can. Take a long, slow breath out through the mouth. Big breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Always remember that you are a magical being. You are a divine being on this earth just by the very fact that you are alive. Don't let anybody ever tell you differently. If you have enjoyed this class tonight, come back to Donnaprana on YouTube for some other magical yoga, or join me for my Midsummer Magic Retreat in Tuscany this year over the solstice, or any other magical retreats that I also have in Italy this year. I have loved practicing with you. Thank you for coming along for the ride, for flowing like a unicorn in this magical space. Namaste. Have the most beautiful evening or day ahead of you, and I will see you very soon.